gentlemen, welcome back to race 2 of the GT3 Sprint Series presented by S.R.O.C Racing. Daryl Atkins ran away with it in the first race, and we will have Steen Ledger here on P1 with Robin Goosen right next to him. It'll be more or less 15 seconds to the start, so we're waiting for the last grid ups, and this reverse grid will promise a lot of action. These second races are mostly my personal favorites, so here we go. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the lights are on. They're off. Steen Ledger with a good start on the right side of the screen. Robin Goosen. There's Frederick Eekhoven with his Mercedes going onto the pit exit lane. All seems well, better than the first race. Oh, no. There we have an accident in the back. I see Daryl Atkins having a big hit with Nicky Decker. A few guys cut the corner. Steen Ledger cuts the chicane. Will have a slowdown. Needs to let some guys pass. Goosen is going to take an advantage of that. Kevin Enderman in 5th place will stream up the field together with Cees in his back, who did make a little contact with Anala in that first corner. Let's see how the guys will fare here in the chicane. Robin Goosen misses it completely there, with Andy Wong in 2nd place going to 1st, and the rest of them right behind him, streaming up. There we see Tigelaar also with a great start in P4. Awesome. Going up here, up to the first Lesmos. We will see who is where exactly. We have Tigelaar followed by Sonnina, following Goosen himself. And here we'll see it's very unfortunate what happened to Atkins. Atkins is in his pit stall right now. Won the first race, and if he won't be able to patch up his car, it will be race over, while Frank Geyer will have the same issues as Atkins. And Cees is missing. Oh, and Tigelaar is also missing. Ascari is proving a handful today. We see a lot of incidents there. I see Nieuwhof on the grass. We had Taylor getting hit by Tigelaar, who got back up on track. Here we are in Parabolica, and it's Anala driving into Eekhoven. There's a lot of mayhem in this first corner, and also Rotti and Decker is also there's contact everywhere. It's very weird what's happening at the moment. It's very hectic now at the moment. We have a crash in a Ascari with Tigelaar, Anala, when Cees is just pulling straight through there as well. Then we have the Parabolica. We have Eekhoven driving into Anala, and Rotti and Decker driving into them. So Decker is very unfortunate also in this race. 2 hits in one race. That's bad. He got hit at the start already. Became victim of that awful start with the car that spun around. But anyway, here we have Niki's and Peters. So these two are fighting out for P7. Nefius at a silently good debut. We'll try to continue on for this second race. Also, this second race will have 14 laps. Solima has made it through. This time is in 6th. Well, we follow Robin Goosen into Ascari behind Ledger. Ledger will be happy to be able to race this race. Had a collision in the first one and didn't get to show himself after that, and it's really impressive to see these guys. It's their second race together, so it's gonna be a bit tricky as to who breaks when, and how does he behave, and how do I behave, and what line do I pick. But there's been victims tonight. There's been victim tonight for sure. But these guys are very sportive, so they won't count each other accountable too much. We won't have helmets flying around anyway. Well, Peter is on the inside of Nefius, and let's see. No. Nefius has to lift off the throttle for those high black curves, which will launch you into oblivion if you ride over them. But it's not over yet. Nefius is looking very motivated. is in a rhythm and he's looking for P7, maybe even P6, because these two are very quick right behind Solima as well. It's very impressive to see these two Mercedeses battle it out. First Lasmo, here they go, braking with an absolutely fantastic pace, because they're gaining on the McLaren in front of them. So that's gonna be an interesting battle to see. We're on lap 3 at the moment with Andy Wong after being crashed out in the first race in first position, with Enderman following him. Tigelaar is third. He's evaded all crashes in front of him and worked himself onto the podium up until now. And Nieuwhof was the highest finisher from the last race. He finished in second, is now in 9th, and the rest of his direct competitors, except for Peter. Peters is still in front of him right here on screen in Parabolica with Neefjes, but Nieuwhof is the only one of the top 2 of the last race, of the top 3, who is looking unblemished when I see the images like this. There's no damages on his front hood. And Neefjes has made a pass on the straight, using the draft. It's a very good move there, solid, and will continue his way forward towards Solima in the McLaren. All of our second races in these 10 rounds of S.R.O.C. GT3 Sprint Series will have a reversed grid, so it'll generally place the quickest drivers on the back of the field. And here we see Solima on the inside with Goosen. Oh, and he touches the wall and he spins out. That's unfortunate there. Neefjes makes it way around, luckily there, together with Peters. So Solima trying to prevent the crash there. Crashes anyway. That's not good. But we're happy to see the other drivers have gotten their way around safely. So Robin Goosen keeps his 5th place, but he has these 2 Mercedeses behind him, which he has to fend off now. And these guys are on the back at the moment. And here we'll see the differences in speed coming out of the Ascari. It's quite similar. We see here the difference in braking when Neefjes makes a little late braking action compared to Goosen. Ledger right in front of him has just less than 2 seconds in front of Goosen. And we have S.R.O.C coming out of the pit lane, so that might cause a little bit of trouble for guys overtaking him behind him. Neefjes trying it on the inside, but he won't. No, he won't. That's a smart move. There's too little space there. S.R.O.C doesn't want anything to do with it. Lets everyone pass with blue flags. And Goosen has got to give it his all to stay in front of these 2 Mercedes drivers. And also Nieuwhof getting around the back marker safely. Well, we see Roddy in battle with Solima. Roddy had an excellent race. The first race is now making his way up the field in number 9. Solima and Roddy are going side by side towards the chicane. Let's see if they will make it safely. Oh. Solima on the curb there, Roddy on the second curb, and the second curb to the right, and they are still side by side going through those chicanes, heading into Lasmo. Let's see if this goes right. We have seen Solima spinning out earlier, and they squeeze out each other, but they're still on track. There's a very nice move there by Roddy on the inside, again on the inside in the second Lasmo. And what a battle these 2 are showing us at the moment, right? It would have been anyone's guess to if Solima would have kept his car on track there. We have seen it. We have seen him spin before, and he's going to try it in his car, or isn't he? No, he stays behind Roddy. Roddy keeps his Ferrari in front of the McLaren. But it's not over yet. This battle for P9 will look as it's going to be an intensive one. So we see Solima here taking up the draft. Oh, and S.R.O.C is going to make a big hit there on the straight. And I think he might choose to re-enter into the pits. And back to Ruddy and Solima heading up start finish line. Here we see Ruddy choosing to defend the inside line, and with Solima straying left to the outside, heading towards the first chicane, turns 1 and 2. Let's see who breaks in a late fashion that it also survived there side by side again. Through turns 1 and 2 side by side again. This time it's Solima with the advantage over Ruddy on the outside, but here we'll have the slow hard bend. The hard bend towards the second chicane. Ruddy is having the better line. He might have the better entry here with this chicane. Let's see, they're gonna do the same. They'll do last lap side by side again. They're doing that all right. This time it's Solima with the advantage. Round the outside of Ruddy, heading into the first last mode. And Ruddy and Solima are showing us some great driving here. While we see Ledger on the inside, heading to S.R.O.C with Windspeeder on his side. Windspeeder's braking very late there. Almost lost his springs while doing it. And Windspeeder's for P7. While Ruddy has lost some time, and Ledger is gonna try to get around Peters here this time. And he will have the straight now coming out of the Parabolica. Kenzie Newhoff has made his way to P6, is just right behind Goosen. Maybe we'll have a double overtake here. Let's see. We see Peters crawling up the inside, very much blocking extensively there. Newhoff on the inside of Goosen. While Ledger's on the outside of Windspeeder. Let's see who makes it. It's Newhoff for 5th, and Peters makes his move for 7th. Very good move there by both drivers. That's awesome racing, guys. It's a great class here in this second race. This is what these reverse grids are all about. The fast drivers need to show their pacing, their patience, their class to see what they've got. And Robin Goosen needs to get it together. Just push on and not let the two drivers behind him pass as well. It's going to be a hard task, but surely he will. Vince Peters is running right there a little bit. Again. Ooh, but this time the two Mercedes drivers have a better exit there. Goosen is gonna lose here, having the outside for the first 3 corners here at this car, but let's see. They're free wide going for the Ascari. Goosen and Ledger touch, and Ledger spins out. Goosen and Ledger have an incident there. That's not very handy there of both drivers, losing a lot of time with this and points. Ooh, that wasn't the best of moves. Goosen is able to move on, and Peters might be the biggest winner out of that duel, making his move on the inside of the corner. Could have been that Goosen just missed his exit there, missed his apex, and that Ledger just ran into him with nowhere to go. Well, we see Tigelaar being followed by Enderman. Oh no, excuse me. Enderman following anyone. There's less than a second between them. So we might see a nice battle for P1 this time, with Atkins being relatively dominant in the first race. We might see Enderman, who has shown he's able to win races. He's done so last season as well. So he might show us pretty here. Let's see. Andy Wang has shown in practices to be very quick in his Ferrari. Has been tipped as one of the favorites for the title this year, this season, I'd say. But you never know. And Enderman isn't to be underestimated in his BMW. Has shown some great skills in it. Has been unfortunate also in the first season of the GT3 Sprint Series. And let's see if that BMW has enough power in the tank to get closer to the Ferrari. It doesn't seem so at the moment, but it's gonna be a long battle still. Even though we're in lap 9 already, there's still 5 more laps to go. So at the moment we're having Wang in first place, Enderman in second, Tigelaar in a very nice third place, Navius fourth. It's excellent also for him. It's even better than his first race. Nieuwhof in P5 coming from P19. Vince Peters in P6 showing some great continuity. Goosen in 7th and Soliman 8th with Roddy again. No, that's Tigelaar right behind him, excuse me. Roddy in 9th and Hobson in P10 closing out the top 10. And Nieuwhof does look like he's on a mission. If he succeeds to grab a podium here with Atkins out at the moment, he might just be able to catch first place for the standings. Well, someone goes wide. I don't know who it is, can't see it from this distance. Someone went very wide in one of the two last moves. Might have been Peters, but I'm not sure. The GT3 Sprint Series will go to Belle Isle in round 2, so that's going to be a tricky track for most of the guys since it's very narrow there. There's very little room to maneuver in case there's a spin out in front of you. But for the time being, we're still at Monza following Nieuwhof and Navius. Turn 2 and 3. And I like what Tigelaar is doing. Tigelaar is maintaining the pace. He's on P3, doing nothing crazy. That's gonna be a nice couple of points he'll collect if he maintains his pace. Because I don't see Navius coming very closer, and he's only got 5 laps. So to work your way around those 5 seconds, it's gonna be hard for Navius and Nieuwhof, who are behind Tigelaar. Hobson getting lapped by Navius, or at least almost. Of the draft just before the Parabolica. Hobson stays on the outside and lets Navius pass relatively easy. Job well done by Navius, getting around the back marker. And he's now only 4 seconds behind Tigelaar, so he's gonna step on it, but I doubt it. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, but it will be nice to see if he's gonna make it. You need to hope Tigelaar makes a little mistake somewhere. And we have Taylor and follow Sumarotti on the start finish. But he hasn't been able to find the space anymore after that great battle he had earlier with Soliman. Must have hit something in one of the curves, maybe those high black curves. Maybe he's out of speed, or he's missing top speed, it seems. But and here we are again with Navius. He's having a 3-second advantage over Newhoff right behind him. Seems relatively safe. I think both drivers would be very happy with the places they have now, but knowing Newhoff, he's going for the win even if he's in P5. And we switch back to Solima and Ratti for the last part here of S.R.O.C. Ooh, and I thought I saw Goosen spun out there off screen. I think so, he's lost a few places. There's Tigelaar. I see Goosen has lost a few places, so it must have been him who spun out there at the end of S.R.O.C. Maybe he hit Tigelaar. But here we see the Ferrari of Ratti crawling up to the backside of that McLaren, while Solima in his turn is using Taylor as a draft. Ooh, and that is going to be difficult. I see Taylor is even shooting through, is shooting straight on. Yep. Taylor doesn't want any part of it. Let's both drivers pass on. But Ratti has taken advantage out of this situation. He is now right behind Solima. He's right on the spoiler. And these guys will head through the chicane, possibly side by side for a third time again today in this second race. These two must enjoy these battles today. They have been clean, by the way. They haven't touched one another. And there they go through the Lesmos for a third time again today, side by side. Having the outside line, Ratti looks a bit quicker. Solima won't be able to brake that late in this corner, or will he? No. Ratti squeezes it out in the second Lesmo. Very well done. Very well done. And it's now Solima's turn to see if he can counter Ratti's move in the Lesmos. Takes a little peek on the inside. Nothing too serious. And we've seen drivers have trouble with this corner. A little bit of oversteer there coming out of S.R.O.C. and Ratti seems gone. He looks like he has more speed. But Solima is still there. Solima's still there. We have the Parabolica here. Ooh, I think Ratti missed a little bit of his braking point there, because Solima's almost right next to him. Is going to use the draft to get past him. With Ratti defending the inside, he'll have the entry line with the chicane, but Solima's already passed him, and now Ratti is going for it. No, doesn't. No. These two drivers will wait it out a few more corners. And they're doing a fine job during this battle. This is for P7, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great battle to see. They've been at it almost the entire race. And Solima has had his fair troubles in the first race, while Ratti scored very good in the first one. And here we see him. This time it's not gonna be a side-by-side battle going through the two Lesmos. And here we are on board with Solima, looking at Ratti just right behind. And it does look like Ratti has lost some terrain. Solima has gained a full second on him. And Ratti goes wide again. He's having trouble now in his last lap. Wong is in his final lap at the moment, with 10 seconds on Enderman. Has pulled away immensely the last few laps. Enderman is not even on the same screen as him. He obliterated him completely there. So that shows Wong is more than capable of winning races. had just his share of bad luck in the first one where he got taken out in turn 1 or 2, I believe. And don't forget to mention Tigelaar. Demis Tigelaar is in P3 and is headed towards podium almost. Well, we look at Wang heading towards Parabolica. It'll be the last turn he's gonna make here at Monza today. It's the last right hand turn here, concluding in a race win for Andy Wang in race 2, coming up to 75 points together with Atkins. Congratulations Andy Wang. Anderman will take P2 and Tigelaar will round out the podium. Congratulations to these first 3. We'll see if Nafius will make it around Parabolica for a very safe 4th place. I think so, yes, he has 6 seconds on Newhoff, who's right there. P5, very good race. Peter with an excellent drive. Peters, I have to say, excuse me. P6, and Solima in P7 is trying to keep Roddy at bay, or has he succeeded? Yeah, no, he has succeeded, but it's too far away. P7 for Solima. P8 goes to the Ferrari driver, who has shown some great battles here today. It's very nice to see him drive here. Enjoyed it myself. Hope you did too. Goosen and Hobson round out the top 10. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank you for watching this second race. We will see you in a week on Belle Isle. Thank you and good night.